Squatters or country people living in isolated jungle areas. Into resettlement villages, where they can be given security and the usual social amenities within the administration. By the end of last year, over 300,000 squatters had been resettled in over 300 new villages.
Firstly, the squatter areas serve as an ideal cover for the bandits, and it is probable that a number of bandits are in fact squatters. Secondly, the squatters are necessarily susceptible to pressure from bandits for the provision of food and shelter.
Such patrols set out to strike at the communist guerrillas whose campaign of violence has terrorized all Malaya. Somewhere in the jungle, a party of bandits is believed to be hiding.
Approximately 90% of the communist terrorists are Chinese. They are mostly young, thoroughly familiar with life in the jungle. In the current emergency, the armed forces have been called in to support the civil power in its task of seeking out and destroying armed communist terrorism.
Shape, secure, develop. The conceptual framework builds on proven counterinsurgency theories. Secure. The focus of any counterinsurgency operation is to secure the majority of the population so that it can turn against violence and in favour of the government's desired political settlement.
The Briggs Plan, which came into effect on 1st of June 1950, aimed at bringing proper administrative control to a population that had never been controlled before.
Defended hamlets also need to be tactically sited, both for defence and as basis for offensive operations. Hamlets can also be sited to serve a secondary purpose, such as the protection of main road junctions, railway stations, or even bridges.
This involved the rapid resettlement of squatters under the surveillance of police and auxiliary police. Chief Minister in any state may declare the fence surrounding any specified area to be perimeter fence. It is an offence to cross or take articles through a perimeter fence other than by a recognized gate.
Tanjongman, the town which General Templar punished because the number of incidents which had taken place around it has now reformed. It has turned itself into a fortress, and there are lookout towers dotted around it.
Shape. Shaping is the ability to influence and inform the perceptions, allegiances, attitudes, actions, and behaviours of all principal participants in the area of operation.
The rural youth of Asia was no longer prepared to accept the humdrum existence of village rural life. The desire to escape from this rut was closely allied with a desire for further education so that he could take his place in a modern and progressive community. Stated in one phrase, communism appeared to offer the cheapest and quickest passport to modernity. It is possible to establish in people's minds an equation something like this: legality plus construction plus results equal the government. Illegality plus destruction plus promises equal the insurgents. This is likely to make much more sense to a peasant than repeated statements that democracy is better than communism.
Develop. Development operations generally involve long-term activities and build on the opportunity that security offers. Local populations must derive some tangible benefit in terms of improving their lives in order to justify the costs associated with security operations.